Hello, fellow traders, wonderful people. Dadas here with Dadas from the Dadas Trading Room on Discord and Dadas Trading System Workshop on Patreon.com. And today we're going to talk about the daily recap for today. Uh, for those who have been watching, yesterday I made a big boo-boo and I actually lost two important trades at the end of the day. And you can see those trades right there, yeah. And basically I went in at two longs and it's something like this. I made 3% of my account and lost 2% of my account, more or less. So basically, uh, mm, maybe altogether I was at some kind of a no, or was it the other way? I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, I lost those two trades pretty much, and I made and my first impression when I came today and sat at my monitor, my first impression was what would have happened. My first thought, what would have happened if I had left the long overnight, yeah, and taking into consideration that I had my stop loss right, take profit right there, exactly at this line. So guess most probably I wouldn't have moved by take profit. And actually, you see, during the Asian session, the market actually started going up. Now, did it reach my take profit level? Well, actually, it missed. It actually missed the take profit level by 2 points, not even full 2 points, but it missed it. So basically, when I got up today and opened my computer, the price was already somewhere right here, or maybe even right there. If I had left that trade overnight and removed my stop loss, I would have lost like 200 pips or even more, right? Because I would be forced. I mean, what could I do then, right? Keep waiting? I might not. It would. I mean, the price wouldn't recover today. It didn't recover, yeah, all the way up there. So I'd be stuck in total shit, right? And I've lived those situations already. So no, thank you, but I'm not gonna try that again. So yeah. So like I said, when I came to my computer and I started it and I saw my charts, the price was somewhere right here, and I was thinking, okay, so you know, again, the price has already made a pretty significant movement. So first of all, I decided to put my Dada's universes, so those ellipses here, I decided to put them back on the charts because I said, well, I'm kind of blind without them, because without those universes, when I switch on my computer and I look at the charts, I don't really see much, right? With those universes, I basically see with just one glance what the market is more or less doing, right? What the situation is. Without them, I need to plot, look back, plot lines, do some other analysis stuff, and it takes more time. And anyway, so I decided to put them back. I decided that there's a parameter I can use to adjust the size of those universes, and because recently the market is more volatile, the daily ranges constantly pretty big. Like even today we have over 400 pips, so 440 pips. So basically the market over the last 2 weeks, the market didn't go below 400 pips. I mean the range of the daily range didn't go below 400 pips. The smallest range was last Friday. It was, but it was almost the same. I mean, it was 437 pips, and today 441 pips. So practically very close to each other. So yeah. So I thought when the market was right there, I thought, well, what can I do? There's nothing much I can do. I thought, well, I thought to myself, okay, I'm ready to risk about 200 bucks today, right? So I said, yeah. So I said, I'm gonna go in short at 2 lots. So in other words, I'm gonna go in short at 2 lots. I'm gonna try to find a pretty, a relatively good price on the retrace. So on the wick that's forming right there, and I more or less got it. I mean, I didn't get the close price. Maybe I could have waited until the close and then just opened on the close price. But I somehow figured it out that I would get in there, and then I had to wait some time. Well, it wasn't really that much. That much. I mean, like maybe not even 15 minutes. Yeah. And you see that I put my take profit right there. Now, the funny thing about the whole thing is that the market actually reached that take profit price, but look when it reached it at the end of the day. So in order to wait I would have to wait over the whole day, right? And that's not for my nerves. I mean, I just can't be that patient, and I'm never certain. I'm never certain about what the market will do, because that's the truth. That's the truth. We are never certain about what the price is going to do. And we can never know that, because the price can always have three. The price has always three options. It can either go up, or go down. So down, sideways, or up, right? So it's very simple. Down, sideways, or up. Now, yeah. So basically, I was very satisfied with this trade, and I wasn't actually looking at the Renko bars right here. I thought, yeah, I'm ready to risk a certain amount. Okay, uh, maybe even less, because I put my stop loss right there at the high of this candle. Maybe that wasn't so much, and the trade worked out. I wasn't patient enough to wait for the price to reach the take profit, but I was patient enough to get to recover my losses from yesterday, and to make some profit even. Yeah, and it was a relatively good profit. I mean, relatively satisfactory profit. In that sense that I recovered my all my losses from yesterday, and my balance actually was higher than yesterday. Yeah, a few dollars higher than yesterday. Okay, that's a satisfactory result. Now, what happened later? For some reason, I decided to trade some more. Now let's find those trades. No, it's doing it. Okay. The market is gonna close in about 5 minutes. I'm not gonna wait that much. Okay, so for some reason I decided to do something right there. Now, did I really have a good Now I went short right there, and I lost 12 pips. Now, uh, was that a good trade? That's the question. Was that a good trade? Well, most of you, or anybody who knows my system, should already know that it wasn't a good trade, because basically the thing was to do this, right? And basically, uh, you see, the M5, the 5-minute candle that I went short on, was actually on the bullish side. It was trading on the bullish side. So if that candle was trading on the bullish side, then the trend wasn't bearish at the moment, but it was bullish. Yeah, and nevertheless, I entered it because let's find that trade right there. It's this one. You see, I wasn't looking at the M5, and for some reason I decided to go off of this signal here, right? And I didn't actually notice, or I wasn't looking that the M5 was on the bullish side, and I kind of ignored this filter right there, and because I was trading at a proper tight stop loss, so the stop loss was right there, so just above the previous high. Well, I got my stop loss. So basically, everything was correct here. I mean, the stop loss was correct. The only thing that wasn't correct was that I decided to enter short at this level, and not at a level that would be on the break of that line. So in other words, the break of that line would have given me my standard 5.5 or so pips, right? Because there were about 8 pips right there, so that's in the range of my trades. Here on the next candle again, there was like 11 12 pips, so again in my range. Yeah, so I had at least 2 opportunities here to get my trade, but not there, right? But not there. And uh, this was a stupid situation again, because it was the mistake that I usually make. After having lost this one, I got some signals right here. So I thought, okay, now it looks like they're going up, right? Because we have this trend line here. We have one bounce, another signal, a third signal. Yeah, everything is from here. So very often when market does that, it jumps up, right? So I went long. I put my stop loss where it's supposed to be, and I got taken out again. And then I thought, well, something is fishy right there. And then I saw that, yeah, that the payrolls, first Friday of the week, the non-farm employment change, right? And that's all that stuff. So that's pretty important news from the United States, which and this news often generates some kind of violent movements, and very often the market reacts in such a way that before the news, even sometimes 2 hours before the news, it just stops or starts consolidating. And that's exactly what happened right here. And I was again, pretty frustrated myself. I said, and I even wrote there that they are starting to jump up and down, like yeah. Anyways, you see that I made another trade right there, But what was wrong with that trade? No, basically, this trade was taken again in the wrong place. It's short because I figured out, okay, so they don't want to go up. So it looks like here with the filter and the trend line here, yeah, which is another sign that I shouldn't have gone long right there. But I should have been looking for short signals, not for long signals. But here I went down too low because again, I should have already been in the trade right there. So yeah, so from there to there, I have maybe 10 pips even, yeah, but not from right there because I basically almost I entered basically at the close of this M5 candle. So at the lowest possible price. Now, I wasn't satisfied because I got in at two lots again, thinking like this that okay, I'm ready to risk a little bit more right now. But the point is that I'm gonna, because my stop loss wasn't there all the time. Uh, Initially, I put my stop loss over that high over there. Because I thought, well, yeah, that's the M15 high. So let's go with the more like let's go with the M15. So I thought, yeah, that the market would continue down right there. I mean, at least I was counting at least until there, even though I later moved my take profit all the way down there. Thinking that the market would just continue and make a new low. But I was thinking that maybe around here or around there would probably be enough. I don't know, but I was more counting like to this level, to this floor. But they started right there. They started jumping and consolidating, and I was thinking, what the hell is going on? And that's when I realized that there is a bunch of news today, and yeah, bunch of we call it macroeconomics. So I realized that well, I would probably have to wait. Yeah. And again, this cost me a lot of nerves. So they're going up, 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 up. Then suddenly they're going down. Now I'm in full hope that they're gonna continue, but there isn't any profit yet. So yeah, and they stop again. Yeah, and they stop again. Don't know what's happening. Then they start going up again. Oh shit! Right? More nerves. Then they start going down again. But again, they stop. They just stop. They just stop. Then they start going down again. Now, the I just wasn't quick enough because the market moved too quick. I wasn't quick enough to close right there because somewhere near the lowest price, the low price of this candle, I had enough to make up for those losses. But I didn't manage to close it, so yeah, I'm waiting again, right? Now the price is again just jumping up and down, and then starts going up again. So more nerves, and then again suddenly it falls, it drops down, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe now they're already starting to go down. Nope, not yet. Again, some jumping jacks because basically the news didn't give any reaction. Yeah, the news was right there. Yeah, 1530 was the news. Yeah, the news was right there, and initially it didn't cause any reaction. So the price was just jumping up and down. Yeah, and and then it started going a little bit up. That made me nervous. That made me even more nervous. It doesn't look like that right now, but when the candle is fully green up to here, it kind of starts you thinking, are they gonna retest that level, or what are they thinking about, right? So basically, yeah, this candle gave me more hope. Then they started doing some strange things again, and finally they started going down. However, it wasn't a very fast movement. It was more like the jumping jack movement. A little bit down, a little bit up, a little bit down, a little bit up, and you just never know. You never know. You never know. You never know. And all of a sudden, I see that my counter is starting to go up, and I see, okay, now I'm in profit altogether. My loss is covered. I have profit, so I close it. Yeah, I closed it, and then again, my thinking, as usual. I close it because I'm nervous. I can't, hold it out. But then if I don't close it, then if I close it, the market continues and makes more pips, right? I mean, like there would have been like what is it, 19, 19 more pips. So let's say 15 more pips. 15 more pips. That's a very hefty, relatively very hefty gain right there. And it didn't. It went even further. So it went. So it actually went down like 40 pips. Now 40 pips. That's something, right? That's something. But I mean, it didn't go there immediately. You see what it did, what the market did in between. Again, it started jumping up and down, up and down, up and down in this flat consolidation. And then it made this, what would you call it? There's a name for this kind of, sudden movement down and then going back up. Shakeout, I think. Yeah, a shakeout. So yeah, they shake you out and then they start going up. So I was just looking at this trade right there. I said, let's let it go. I don't feel like trading anymore. And I was looking at this market, and then I saw this thing. It went up, it went down, it went up again, and then it got strongly rejected here. You see a big wick, and then the candle broke down. So I did something like this. I measured it out like this. I thought, okay, now I have to look for a good short right there. And that's exactly what I did. I just saw a situation, like there was that's the first movement. This is the sort of consolidation around, and then the trend is starting to develop again, right? And there's a signal, and it's the first signal. So I measured it out. I got in, and my traditional trailing stop at the 5.5 pips, right? And it got taken out. A nice trade. And I decided that that would be all for today. I'm kind of tired. I don't want to risk anymore. And like, well, what we can see here is that actually this candle went down even longer, even further, right? So this candle went down, and it was, where I was entering, it was a bearish candle, and that's the good thing about it, right? And basically it went down like 13 pips. So yeah, about 12, almost 13 pips. Then it went back again, did the funny things, and then went back down even lower. And after that, it corrected, and so. at the end, at the end of the day, it started going down, made a new daily low, right? Made a new daily low, and then at the very end, they started pumping up again. But still, there was a very uncertain action right there. Yeah, so that's it. Like I said, this week was pretty dynamic for me and a little bit nerve-wracking because I really don't like this these types of situations, and basically there's always some luck involved, but I'm still not satisfied. I'm not totally, absolutely, totally not satisfied with what I'm doing because it should be. I still need to think about some things, some details a little bit, because basically, such mistakes shouldn't take place. I mean, it's pretty easy. This is the candle to be traded, right? And since this is the candle to be traded, then I have to look for my opportunities where the opportunities are occurring. So I can't be going short on a long candle, right? Because this is also in order for the price to go in the direction you want it to go, then the local trend also has to be in the same direction. Not only this trend that the element of the filter here with the trend line. So not only that has to be in the direction of the trade, but also the candle has to be in the direction of the trade. So in other words, it is more likely for a short to work on a short candle, but then again, not on the close of this candle, right? But more a little bit, perhaps in the area of let's say 50% of the candle, or better even nearer the open of the candle. Yeah. So when all those things come together, the likelihood of a good trade is better than, for example, like this one is also not a very good one actually, because it wasn't actually taken at the right moment. You see, the price has a better likelihood to go directly down when the trend is actually down, because there where I entered, the price didn't go down immediately. It even reached this level right there, right? So there was a moment when the price was going up, not down, and it only respected the trend line and used it as resistance, and then it went down again, right? But the basic movement happened when the trend was down, not when the trend was up. So if we want to increase the likelihood of a good trade that is not only successful but is also quick in time related, then we need to have all the conditions together in one time, not just one or two conditions, right? So if we can find all the conditions at one time, then the likelihood of the trade just increases. We can never know 100% because there's always a possibility that the market can do something totally unpredictable. But it's less likely in specific situations than it's never 100%, but but the likelihood of the market doing something strange is smaller in certain conditions, right? That's why we say that it's never 100%, because it can never be 100%. Okay, so that's all for today. I thank you very much for this week. I encourage you to subscribe, join my Discord server first of all, right? Oh, of course, like and subscribe the YouTube channel because that's what the YouTube algorithm wants us to do. Otherwise, it doesn't recognize the movies, the films. But yeah, but join my Discord server. My Discord server is free for everybody, and you can see I'm still streaming live. Even though I'm gonna have to end the stream right now because it's enough. Okay, so yeah, so I've just ended the stream. I can sign out from the voice chat here. Yeah, so if you join my server, my Discord server, you will be given the role of trader, and you will be able to see all of these channels right there, right? You won't be able to see these channels. Uh, I mean, in order to be able to see these channels, you have to be at least my inner circle member. So you need to have the inner circle role or the VIP role. And then the inner circle role is for those who already have my system and who are already trading the data trading system. Even if it is in previous versions, because there have been like two previous versions, perhaps, or something. Yeah, and the VIP role is only for those who are my patrons. Patrons on Patreon.com. Data Trading System Workshop. Now, my patrons have special benefits. First of all, they're able to view my special editions. So basically, they are at this moment they are the weekly recaps. Those movies can be up to 3 hours long, or perhaps more. I don't know, depending on the situation. And I will also be making movies on demand if somebody wants me. If you are a my patron and you have the role of the I mean the VIP role, then you can ask me to make a film on a specific topic, even if it's a beginner's topic. It can be about the market, it can be about the MT4 trading platform. I will answer questions about programming in MQL4 as well, whatever I can, whatever I know, as well as I know. And you can also ask me to write simple codes for you, like simple indicators or simple even expert advisors. So yeah, you'll have a whole range of benefits, plus the monthly subscription that you are paying on Patreon.com will be accumulated, and if you accumulate enough for 3 hours of my coaching, you will get that 3 hours of my coaching. If you accumulate enough money for 6 hours of my coaching, you will get the 6 hours of my coaching, personal coaching, live on the live market. And you will also get the whole system, the data trading system, for free. Yeah, those are the benefits of being my patron. Okay, so thank you very much for this one. Have a nice weekend, everybody. See you.